Hello and good evening and God bless sincerely. I just wanted to make a quick video on damage control, and before really I get into that, uh, I'd like to make it clear, make it understood that anything I do on YouTube, such as this, and my other videos, anything I put on Google, all of this is a desperate act of a desperate man, which is really sad. This is really sad. And it never needed to be like this. I'm just going to try and improve the angle. If you bear with me, you don't have to, but it might be beneficial. I'm not here for me, to be honest. All that's gone a long time ago. The cat's been very clingy. I'm sensing and feeling that there's something dark, to take this opportunity to share. Right now I am a joke, and the message, the truth that you can overcome mental illness, what the world calls mental illness, and then this is another thing, because it's not mental illness. Yeah, I disagree with Socrates, Plato. I disagree with the world, because it's wrong. It is so wrong. Now, I've never had the opportunity to, a fair opportunity, to put my experience forward. My experience is always denied, which is preposterous, really. If you're mentally ill, but you don't believe a single word they say, so, you know, you don't, but I hope you do. I hope you will know. Now, I would not be surprised at all if, and it's only the will of God, and after 21 years of banging my head against a brick wall, I'm kind of getting the idea that telling people, telling the world that you can cure mental illness without medication, and believe me, people that are mentally ill just are not on board. No one. And I've gone through what I've gone through, and you cannot say, Warwick, you don't know what you're talking about. Because most people that have gone through the psychiatric system, when I say to them, oh, have you been on a Section 3? Was your Section 3? No. Have you really viciously attempted suicide? No. Have you experienced mania? No. I have, but nobody wants to know. That's fine. I can live with that. But what I can't live with is, why am I here? If I can't do the one thing I can do, yeah, I settle for doing something else, like sitting at home for 21 years. That's something else. Right, if at all, and it'll take a miracle for somebody to start believing what I'm saying and take me seriously and give me the opportunity, because my very existence proves what I'm saying. The bad thing is the NHS lost my entire case file. I would not be surprised if the NHS try and turn around and say, no, worry, you've never been bipolar. And this leads me to something that is really bad. You see, I represent good that has come from bad. But don't say, I'm bad, I'm all bad, I'm all bad, I'm all gloomy and doomy and all. No, I'm not. Because when we get to the bottom line, you'll be amazed. Amazed. But that can't exist in this world where it's all hate and fear and division. You cannot have a real good story. You've got to have the Hollywood good story, which is bullshit. But you all love it. If the message I've been saying for 21 years, now Noah, get this, for 120 years Noah told people it's going to rain, and it's going to rain a lot. And people said, Noah, you're crazy. Calling people crazy is not something new, but it's a very good tactic of demonizing someone to the point that nobody listens. I'd like to do a video soon. I call it Mental Illness has the ability to render an individual invisible, has the power of invisibility. I got there in the end. Mental illness has the power of invisibility. You know, there was some psycho guy years ago when I was there, decades ago, but I'm still judged and held, and the taxpayers paying for it, and there's no need for that. If this message gets popular, and it's not because I'm good, or the message is you're living a lie. Nobody likes to be told that, but that's the truth. You're living a lie, and it's so good. You fight to the death to defend it, the lie. So if this message should ever get popular, and people start like doing what I did and put it into practice, you got to get the pain is horrendous. It's horrible. Raw bipolar. No tranquilizers, no sleeping tablets, no mood stabilizers, just the shit of life. But that's life. The more you run, you're going to run straight into hellfire. Don't be surprised if the message, the positive truth that you can overcome mental suffering, because just You missed it. That happened 22 years ago. You missed it. But it's for you now. For you to do that. But you're not willing to suffer. And you've got to suffer bad, and then you're never going to suffer as bad again. Believe. This is testimony. Don't be surprised if the positive message of natural cure to mental illness, what's going to happen is, on the news, is going to be headline. Man goes crazy, kills so many people because he suddenly stopped his medication. And people are going to go, oh, it's bad. And then it's going to happen again. And then the news is going to say, oh, this is linked to a YouTube guy, saying that you can overcome mental illness without medication. But it's all going to be staged to subvert the truth. The pharmaceutical companies are pure evil. Don't be, and it's all going to, no one's going to die really. It's all going to, everybody needs a job, everybody needs money. And some people are so low that they'll pay to deceive you. But they got paid, it's alright, go to bed, smoke the crack, do whatever. But you believe that some actor who's paid has stopped all his medication and gone berserk and hurt people. But it'll all be a staged event. And it'll all be linked to me. This will come if people start taking seriously they can overcome what is deemed mental illness, chronic insanity. I've been there. It's not pretty, it's not nice. It totally destroys your life because of how it's treated afterwards. Nobody wants to know you, nobody wants to give you a chance, but it's unspoken. What is spoken is how great social services are, mental health aftercare, and all your mental health rights and your disability rights, and then you complain. How dare you complain when we've done our best to make you commit suicide again? Suicide by design. That's NHS, mental health. Suicide by design. When you slash your own throat and you slash your own wrist and they wheel you in to the general hospital, stitch you up and then send you home. That's the green light for suicide. And it needs to be addressed. Why is it so easy to kill yourself? When was the last public service announcement, or when was the last text from the government? Not that a missile's coming in to blow everyone to bits. You know, a love heart. I hope you're happy today, government. Don't be depressed today. Hug someone. Don't commit suicide. You've got everything to live for. So, damage control is if the message of unmedicated natural cure of mental illness gets any success, it'll be subverted into me, you know, you wanting me dead. When any individual deemed chronically, acutely, mentally ill can do what I did. And I didn't do it because I was feeling good. I did it because I just saw my mother drop dead on the living room floor. Now, the way I've done things might not be what the medical model or even society would accept. But I've not molested kids. I've not hurt people. I've not mugged people. Yeah, I've heard prison's like paradise. Not when you're mentally ill, no. That's it. You're finished. But they don't tell you that. They say, oh, we're doing this, we're going to do that, and we'll sign you this, and do your care plan. And yeah, 22 years later. When I went into the psychiatric hospital, I had hair. It was all black and curly. I had teeth. But they do say time flies when you're having fun. And on that note, I will tell you this, if you permit. If I had become an art psychotherapist when I should have, earning 28 grand a year and enjoying what I'm doing, do you think I'd be sat in a bath now, which is going cold, telling you the bottom line of existence? The bottom line. You can't get any more bottom than what I'm about to say. The bottom line is, would I be sat in this bath looking like a complete arsehole if I got a job as an art psychotherapist? No. I won't give a shit about you. I'd be doing my own thing. But right now I'm sat in a cold bath, and the bottom line is, sorry, if you don't get right with God, and getting right with God is accepting that He has died for every sin you have ever committed, are committing, will commit. If you cannot accept that, it's already done. Every human being on planet Earth is saved. That's Bible, Scripture, fact. Every human being is saved. But what will prevent you from going to heaven is going straight to hell. And that's not the bottom line. Because if Jesus came tomorrow, then the Bible tells you in advance that you will burn in hell for 1,000 years. And after that time, I don't know if it's Revelation 22, then you will be met with the white throne judgment, where you get to plead your case of why you shouldn't burn. But apparently, you are left without excuse. You have no excuse. No person before God in the white throne judgment will escape the lake of fire. That is the bottom line. But it gets a lot more bottom when you begin to comprehend eternity forever and ever. And this is something I would like to talk about more, because that's the only thing I'm breathing for. That's it. I got a bit upset last night because I thought, God, I can't do anything, I can't add, I can't take away, I'm a bit stuck. What do I do? And the only conclusion is, for me, the only thing I can take away from this life, this experience, the only thing I want from this life, which is shit, it's shit. You can't polish a turd. Don't try. It's shit. It has its moments, but the only thing I want, which is a very dangerous word, but the only thing I want is get to heaven, stand before God and look Jesus Christ in the face. To look at Jesus Christ in the face. Because it's going to happen. Whether you burn forever or you're in everlasting life and peace. I just want to say to Jesus, as hard as it is to say, I tried. I tried. And all I want Jesus to say is, Warwick, you did. You tried. That's it. What have I tried? I tried to tell you, however insane it sounds, and with my record, I am taking such a risk. Because faith in God is mental illness today. And I mean true faith in God. And it's not my faith, it's from God. And the world hates it. But they hated Jesus Christ and nailed him to a cross. What, they're going to pat you on the back? No. I've tried to tell you for 22 years, you can walk away from absolute suicidal misery. And there'll come a time, it takes time, there'll come a time when God just says, this is it. This is beautiful. And you're looking and going, how can something so bad in your same eyes look so good? How can God give you an experience so good that makes you realize God gives, God takes away, but God gives. However bad any human being is to me, to you, you can't take it personal. Take it personal, that's a bad indication. And it's hard and it takes, it's like being whipped all the time. It hurts. People don't believe what you got to say. It hurts. I'm a human being. And telling the truth, and people don't want to know. It hurts. I have to take that to God. It hurts. I say, God, I don't want to take it personal, but it hurts. It does. So all we can do is try. Jesus has done it before for us already. So no matter how bad your neighbour is and how bad this person hurt you and this person and they murdered this, that and the other and the pure evil, God's grace saves every human being saved at the cross, no matter how evil they've gone to be. Every human being saved. And no human being should want another human being to burn forever and ever. You can think it's a joke. Don't wait till it's too late. When this world collapses in front of your very eyes, then that's probably a good indication the Holy Spirit has withdrawn and you're on your own and there's no remission of sin. Then it's too late. It's too late. You can't look at these videos and say, oh, you don't need to get to that. Don't burn. There's no reasons, but that's the bottom line. I get my hair cut, I have a shave, I put a suit on, a tie. You might listen a bit more. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that anytime soon, because it's not about the clothes I wear or what I look like. It's about accepting Jesus Christ died for the sin of the world. Every single sin. Religion can't accept that. Church can't accept that. So I pray to God that you accept that. Because it's you that's important, not a building or pride. Anyway, if for any reason someone else in this world thinks it's a good idea to take life naturally, as it should be, keep a lookout for the subversion of truth, the subversion of something good, with fake actors, fake deaths, and the story, oh my God, BBC, oh my God. Somebody stop all the psychiatric medication, and the packet says you shouldn't stop psychiatric medication. Someone did and went berserk. They created the cure of mental illness. So, thank you for joining me. I'm now shivering because it's cold. You see what I do for my subscribers. Okay, God bless. God, I know joking is a defense mechanism to a certain extent. All jokes aside, talking about hellfire is bad. That's the bad news. But it's not the bad news, it's the good news for a reason. You're saved. Accept it. Hope you all can have a good night's sleep. God knows we deserve it. This spiritual warfare is so tiring on the body and the mind. So God bless. Let God take care of you as we can't take care of ourselves. For real. So, thank you for your time. I hope I haven't bored you to death. Right. See you soon.